Hello there, I am Ismail from Pearl Lemon. A lot of people talk about backlinks as if every link is automatically good enough for SEO. It isn't. You can spend hours chasing a backlink, get it, and discover that it has almost no real value. So when I'm evaluating a backlink opportunity, I don't just ask, does this website have a high DR, domain rating? I look at the quality of the entire opportunity. The first thing I tell anyone doing link building is don't make DR or DA your decision maker. They are useful metrics, but they're third-party estimates. A website can have a high authority score and still be a terrible backlink. A smaller website with modest metrics can sometimes be a more valuable backlink for you. So you need to investigate what is underneath the number. Look under the hood. One of my first checks is whether a website actually gets organic visibility. Does it rank for real keywords? Does it receive meaningful organic traffic? And more importantly, what does it rank for? Because a website can have an impressive looking authority while having almost no actual presence on Google. That immediately makes me a bit more cautious. Now, another thing that's being overlooked a lot is relevance. Let's say you're a cybersecurity company and someone offers you a link from a website about celebrity gossip. Maybe that website has millions of visitors, as they usually do. But why would Google see that as a meaningful recommendation for cybersecurity? I'd rather have a smaller website whose audience and subject matter genuinely overlap with mine. Relevance can matter more than raw numbers. Now, this is my favorite test. And that is, would you want this link without SEO? Forget about SEO for a second. If Google didn't exist, would you want this backlink? Would your potential customers actually visit that website you are looking at? Would the article make sense to them? And would the link potentially send you referral traffic? If the answer is yes, that's a great sign, because you're building a real connection between two websites and not just trying to manipulate a ranking system. Now, you also need to look at the actual placement of your backlink. Where would your backlink go? A contextual link inside a genuinely relevant article is very different from a link buried in a footer or thrown in an irrelevant directory. So you need to ask yourself, where exactly will my link appear? What surrounds it? Does the surrounding content make sense? Does the link naturally belong there? Context matters. Now, the next thing you need to look at is whether the website has editorial standards. And this is where you start looking for signs that a website exists to sell links. If every other article is from a completely different industry, if they publish anything as long as someone pays, if every article contains multiple suspicious outbound links, that's a red flag. A website that genuinely publishes useful content is much more attractive than a website that looks like a backlink marketplace. And a lot of the times, they don't really hide it. Now, you need to look at the link profile of the website you are looking at. Who is linking to them? Are those links legitimate? Do they have links from credible websites? Or is their authority being passed around between a network of questionable websites? A website's backlink profile can tell you a lot about the company it's keeping. Show me your friend and I'll tell you who you are. Another thing people completely overlook is website history. A domain might look fantastic today, but was that the case 6 months ago? Was that the case 2 years ago? Has the website completely changed topics? Was it previously used for something unrelated? Did its traffic suddenly disappear? A domain's history can expose problems that today's metrics won't show you. So if I'm evaluating a backlink, these are the questions I'm asking. Is it relevant? Does the website have real organic visibility? Is its audience valuable to me? Is the link editorial and contextually relevant? Does the website have standards? Does the backlink profile look healthy? And finally, would I still want this if Google didn't exist? If you can answer yes to most of those, you've probably found a much more meaningful backlink opportunity than simply chasing a high DA or DR number. If you found this content to be useful, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.